I'm minding my own business, I'm just editing a video up, and then some random walks up to me and says, dude, what you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm just editing the way that I normally edit, really fast, really quick, with all these awesome tips. And then the dude's like, yo, that's crazy. You need to teach people about this. I don't know how to do this stuff. Can you teach me how to do this stuff? And I was like, hold it. I'll make a video about it, release 5 tips that I use professionally to speed up my edit, to make things better, and overall, just make the workflow perfecto. Let's do it. If you haven't been to this channel before, my name is Josh Thom. I teach stuff about editing and shooting, and we have a whole lot of fun, and we learn together. And today, we're going to be learning my process to Premiere Pro that speeds up my edit significantly. Even though I use Premiere Pro, I used to use Final Cut 10, I used to use the other programs, these all translate in some form or fashion. Let's start before we hop into the editing software. You gotta keep your files clean, bro. All right? You don't know how many times I've seen someone editing something, they pull a file from somewhere else or from their desktop or from a different folder and just drag it into Premiere like it's no big deal. You crazy. This is what is commonly known as the file hierarchy template, brought to me by a professor when I was studying this in school. Look at how beautiful that is. You click on the video and then you've got all your different folders with everything perfectly in line just where you want them. Music, got it. Footage, I don't know. What kind of footage? A-roll, B-roll, day 1, day 2, it's all in order. And that goes for everything. That goes for your motion graphics, your music, your scripts. I don't write those, as you can tell. And then you just take those and throw them into Premiere. So when you get into Premiere, when you see your bin perfectly, beautifully fit, and you can find everything perfectly, you got no problems. Tip number 2 is once all of that stuff is imported in Premiere Pro, we're talking specifically when you're using slow motion clips. So let's say your timeline is 24 frames per second, 23.976, whatever. You're going to take all of your slow motion clips that are like 60 frames a second, 120 frames a second, whatever you're shooting in, select them all, then right click, interpret footage. You're going to adjust the frame rate to 23.976 or 24 or whatever your frame rate is, and that will automatically, if you shot it correctly with the right frame rate, convert it into slow motion. You know how many times you've been working with something on the timeline, then you want to slow it down or speed it up a little bit, and then you want to warp stabilize it and just throw a bunch of other stuff on there, but then you gotta nest it because it doesn't work, because it's like, yo, what are you doing, man? You're overbearing the system. Solved. And this leads directly into point 3. This is so simple. This is literally why they have it in the program. Use your labels. All right, so you've got all of these clips selected, you just changed all of them over, but now everything is 23.976 and they're gonna get lost. But no, they won't, because everything is still selected. You can just right click that label. Rose is my very favorite color to label. Looks so beautiful on the timeline, looks just amazing in the bin, and you know what's in slow motion. Simple things that speed up your edit. You like these tips so far? If you do, please subscribe and leave a like to this channel. That's the last plug of this video. 4th tip, this is the big boy. This is exactly what you've needed your whole editing life. We're talking quick edit key bindings. You've already got the Q key binding. The way that works is when the playhead goes along your clip and you're watching to make the edit from the front, once you get to the point that you want, you just click Q and it gets rid of all of the footage before the playhead. It works the opposite for W. Let's say you're using a clip and you want just to snip it in a little bit shorter than what you've already got it. You just use the W key and then it'll bump it back to where the playhead currently is and get rid of what's to come. And now here we go. This is the mind-boggling tip. You're gonna go into your key binding preferences in Premiere Pro. You're gonna go down to the X key. You're going to rebind that key to add edit. This will literally change the way you edit. So now when you're editing, the playhead is rolling and you wanna make a cut, you literally just press X and it automatically makes a cut on the timeline, on the clip where you want it to go. So now using a combination of Q, W, and X, you can edit like a speed demon. When I made this change, it changed editing completely for me. Now I can just watch the videos and cut with the 3 keys, never have to press the cut key, move my mouse, whatever. I literally just use 3 keys to edit everything. Let's add a 4th key in there. This is the 5th and final tip, and it's just if you want to make a quick little audio adjustment. Now, this isn't a big deal. You might know about it already, but if you don't, then you're in for a treat. So let's say you're listening to a clip and it's just a little bit too loud. Instead of having to go, oh, let's change the gain or change the volume or whatever, drag it down, just press G and then change the decibel by a few points by using like G and then like -3, enter, boom. You're rolling, it's a little bit more quiet. Those are the 4 keys and the 5 tips that I use that revolutionize editing for me. And this will get you to editing in a more professional and faster way. I hope I've been clear. I feel very passionate. I feel very passionate about editing video. And this is just something, these are some hacks that I found that will help you significantly level up from like level 4 editing to like you're level 10, baby. You level 10. Anyway, this has been Josh Thom. If you enjoyed these tips, please share them, like them, comment below what's your favorite. Do you have a tip? And please, 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 if you haven't, subscribe to this channel. There's gonna be tons more tutorials coming out and a bunch of other stuff because I got nothing better to do, and neither do you. I'll see you next time. Peace.